Following the Chiefs versus Carolina Panthers game, Travis Kelce and his teammates head into the locker room at Bank of America Stadium. Travis Kelce and his colleagues made an effort to defeat the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, November 24th, after losing to the Buffalo Bills the previous week. But following the Chiefs versus Carolina Panthers game, Travis Kelce and his teammates went inside the locker room at Bank of America Stadium. Travis Kelce and his teammates put in a lot of effort during the game. Nevertheless, the Chiefs' matchup against the Carolina Panthers paid off as Travis Kelce was the first to score after successfully catching the ball. As he went to his teammates to celebrate his incredible goal, Kelce was completely at ease. After last Sunday's loss to the Buffalo Bills, this goal proved crucial to the Chiefs' comeback. It was also thought that Kelce's seeming return to form was a sign of the Chiefs' thrilling triumph over the Carolina Panthers. The consecutive last week, the Super Bowl champions lost 30-21 to the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, New York, their first defeat of the 2024 regular season. In the fourth quarter, the Chiefs were down 9 points. But the Chiefs made an effort to rally, and a touchdown throw from Patrick Mahomes to Noah Gray helped them narrow the gap to 2 points. Josh Allen, the Bills' great quarterback, put the game out of reach with a 26-yard rushing touchdown, but it wasn't enough. Mahomes completed 22 of 33 passes for 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, but it wasn't his best performance. Backup tight end Noah Gray caught 2 of 3 touchdown passes, including the previously stated fourth-quarter score. But when Mahomes threw the touchdown pass, the NFL chastised him for his gesture, which they didn't like. After celebrating a touchdown pass against the Bills, Mahomes made a violent gesture, according to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, who reported on Saturday that the league has fined him $14,069 for unsportsmanlike behavior. When the Kansas City Chiefs traveled to play the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, they hope to climb back into the win column. The consecutive last week, the Super Bowl champions lost 30-21 to the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, New York, their first defeat of the 2024 regular season. In the fourth quarter, the Chiefs were down 9 points. But the Chiefs made an effort to rally, and a touchdown throw from Patrick Mahomes to Noah Gray helped them narrow the gap to 2 points. Josh Allen, the Bills' great quarterback, put the game out of reach with a 26-yard rushing touchdown, but it wasn't enough. Mahomes completed 22 of 33 passes for 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, but it wasn't his best performance. Backup tight end Noah Gray caught 2 of 3 touchdown passes, including the previously stated fourth-quarter score. But when Mahomes threw the touchdown pass, the NFL chastised him for his gesture, which they didn't like. After celebrating a touchdown pass against the Bills, Mahomes made a violent gesture, according to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, who reported on Saturday that the league has fined him $14,069 for unsportsmanlike behavior. Sadly, Thornton's career with the Patriots didn't work out. He caught 39 passes on 76 targets for 385 yards and 2 scores in 28 games. Thornton's quickness gives him an advantage even though things didn't work out in New England. Given the losses Kansas City has seen in their receiving core this season, Thornton's speed was undoubtedly a factor in the Chiefs' decision to take a chance and add him to the practice squad. There's a chance of another injury. The Chiefs' offense would benefit from having Thornton as a backup if that were to occur. In his remarks regarding Thornton's addition on Wednesday, Patrick Mahomes expressed hope for the wide receiver. "I was unaware of his height. Carson and the other guys will assimilate him, I'm sure of it. A great deal of ability and talent." Although Mahomes' remarks regarding Thornton are positive, the fact that he acknowledged Thornton's talent in just a few days suggests that Mahomes may already be considering passing the ball to Thornton should he ever be needed. Thornton's height of 6 feet 3 inches makes him a mismatch for cornerbacks, which could be hazardous if Mahomes throws the ball to him. If a receiver goes down again, that could be Thornton's first opportunity to have an effect. Being in Kansas City alongside Mahomes might make Thornton live up to his draft status, even though he hasn't yet. The Panthers' 2-game winning streak has improved team spirit. "Winning 2 in a row has really helped," said head coach Dave Canales, acknowledging the significance of recent wins. "Over the past month, seeing those things come to life has greatly bolstered confidence. When Carolina takes on the formidable Chiefs, that momentum will be essential." Jadeveon Clowney, the defensive coordinator, identified the secret to stopping Kansas City, Mahomes. He leads the squad, and that offense, Clowney remarked. He needs to be taken off schedule. Clowney highlighted disciplined rushing lanes as the defense's tactic to stop the Chiefs' MVP quarterback now that DJ Wonnum was back. Canales emphasized balance when facing one of the best run defenses in the league. He emphasized the necessity to take advantage of gaps while adhering to their strategy by saying, "We have to be balanced and continue to approach it that way." The Chiefs have battled to establish consistency in a number of position groupings, including left tackle, despite doing many things correctly to get to 9-1. However, with the signing of DJ Humphries on Friday, the team might have found a solution to their left tackle problems. After suffering an ACL tear in Week 17 of the previous season, Humphries, a former Pro Bowl player for the Arizona Cardinals, was just given the all-clear to resume playing. With the playoffs drawing near, Humphries has a good chance of starting for Kansas City in the upcoming weeks, even though it's unlikely that he will start or even be active against the Panthers. While talking about current starter Wanya Morris' recent performance early in the week, Coach Andy Reid hinted that the Chiefs might be searching for a new left tackle. Reid remarked, "I actually thought Wanya got a little bit better this week. He's been doing that almost every week, but last week the injury took over for a time. He did some nice things for a young man, in my opinion. With reps there, he got better and will get better." General Manager Brett Veach is the one who leads it up and bird dogs everything because, as far as senior players go, he is constantly keeping an eye out. Jason Kelce, a former Philadelphia Eagles standout, thrilled spectators on Saturday with a memorable tailgate performance. He sang while sharing beverages with the audience. The spontaneous incident happened at a pre-game event in Boone, North Carolina, where Kelce joined Appalachian State fans prior to their game versus James Madison. Kelce invigorated the crowd with a vibrant song while wearing overalls and enjoying the colorful atmosphere. New Heights, the podcast he co-hosts with his brother Travis Kelce, shared Kelce's performance. "Sing your heart out, at Jason Kelce," was the post on X. "I adore the way he says, 'All right, that's it, I'm out,' and then continues." Regarding his humorous leaving method, one admirer made a joke. "Jason is just out here living his best life." Another fan said, "I love this for him." In addition to seeing Travis Kelce play for the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Carolina Panthers, Kelce's visit to Boone was a part of a weekend excursion to North Carolina. Kelce joined the community in celebrating in spite of the cold, even giving a halftime statement about the value of unity and resiliency. Kelce's ties to the area have been demonstrated previously. He made a substantial contribution to local recovery efforts after Hurricane Helen, solidifying his status as a community booster and fan favorite. Fans like Kelce's eagerness to interact with the public, and his tailgate performance serves as another reminder of this. As they get ready to play the Carolina Panthers in a few hours, Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes have arrived in Charlotte. The Chiefs will be hoping to get back to their best with a victory over the Panthers after suffering their first setback of the season against the Buffalo Bills last week. Both Kelce and Mahomes arrived in the North Carolina capital wearing crisp attire, each making a fashion statement that reflected their individual styles. In a gray suit that is precisely fitted to fit his athletic physique, Mahomes radiates elegance. The jacket is worn with a dark navy tie and a clean white shirt, and it has a subtle pinstripe design. Black leather shoes that have been polished finish the ensemble. He presents a professional and authoritative image by carrying his bags in a backpack that matches the gray suit. On the other hand, Kelce chooses a more casual metropolitan look. He is wearing wide beige pants, white sneakers, a white beanie, and a wool jacket with a checkered design in red, blue, and white. He has a stylish Louis Vuitton suitcase. It's realistic to presume that their clothing prices are somewhat comparable, even though their styles are very different. Both players have worked with several apparel labels and are well known for their passion of shopping. Naturally, it's a cliche that firing the coach is far simpler than firing the players in the NFL or any other sport. However, occasionally neither is fired, leaving fans in a state of constant annoyance. This has been the case in Chicago this season, when the Bears, led by youngster Caleb Williams, had a strong start at one point, going 4-2, but 4 straight losses, including 2 heartbreaking ones, followed. The Bears coach, Matt Eberflus, has been under fire as a result. That may sound ominous, but the truth is that Eberflus has been under fire for over a year, even though he is a defensive coach who has fulfilled his duties by coaching effective defense. In terms of points allowed, Chicago ranks 9th in the NFL. However, Eberflus' status is once again in doubt following a defeat to Washington on a Hail Mary throw in Week 8 and a blocked field goal against Green Bay last week that would have won the game for Chicago. It's all a little harsh to Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Eberflus wowed him last spring. I had the good fortune to meet Coach Eberflus at the Kentucky Derby during the offseason. At the Derby, I got to know him. On the New Heights podcast, Kelce stated, "Great, expletive guy, man. Dude, it's obvious that the guy adores ball." For almost the whole time we were together, we were hanging around and chatting. Travis Kelce stated, "Luck just hasn't been on his side late in games." In response to his brother Jason, Kelce pointing out that Eberflus had a 5-17 record in one-score games. "He's been hit with a bunch of things that I feel have been out of his control," Travis went on to say. However, a lot of work goes into each of the 4 quarters of a football game. Additionally, as you mentioned, if something goes wrong, the head coach will either accept the loss or take a pounding. In Week 12, Eberflus and the Bears take on the Vikings in an attempt to salvage their postseason aspirations. In Week 12, the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Carolina Panthers in an attempt to recover with a victory. The Chiefs still hold the best record in the NFL, even though their perfect season is over after their loss to the Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Chiefs, is still focused on the end goal, winning 3 consecutive Super Bowls and establishing NFL history.